while I'm in here, I don't want no prestige out of it. I don't want my plaque on the new library. I'm not into that. So I don't want to, whatever we do on a budget, I don't want to just do it, build it, come off the board, term limits up, we ain't coming back on, and leave whoever comes back on this board in dire straits and major problems with taxes. So I'm taking that into consideration. And also, I'd like to say this right here. It's really bothered me. I think everything has settled down a whole lot. Since I've been on this board, I know a lot of people in the county has not agreed with my decisions. A lot of people has backed me and supported me and has agreed. I want everybody to know this right here. If I could turn back time, would I change any of my decisions? No, I would not change none of my decisions, given the situation that we were put into. I did what was right in my knowledge, and far as the money wise and this and that, I just couldn't. I think in my heart I made every good decision wholeheartedly. Now, having said that, I will say this right here. If I'd have had it done over, for one thing, I wouldn't have never come on this board. And another thing, when it come to making the decisions that I made that caused a lot of hardships between a lot of people and a lot of people that I liked, before I made that decision, I would have come off the board. Because I see right now I have lost close friends, really close friends. One person I thought of just like a father. That person knows who I'm talking about. Another person I thought of like a brother. That person knows who I'm referring to, and other people. And if I could turn back time, yes, I would have resigned and come off this board before I made any decision. Although I wouldn't change my decisions, I think in my heart, I made the right decisions given what we were put into. But that's over with, but I just want the people to know that right there. It wasn't worth losing all these friends. I'm just trying to do the right thing. And any one person that thinks that I would ever take a penny or get paid off, they're wrong. I have my own money. I don't need anybody else's money, and I will never be paid off to do the wrong thing. I haven't yet, and as long as I'm on this board, I will never be paid off. I can promise you that. And another thing I want to say is this right here on the taxes. The reason I stress the taxes so much, I've done a lot of research on this right here. And the library, we received $8,000 roughly last year from the Continental Conveyor. We're not going to have that anymore in the future. That's on tangible taxes. I think the way the months fall, how the money is sent in, I think that we will be getting a little bit more money this year because of the date where they shut down. All the money hasn't been paid in yet. I don't know what that will be, but that is definitely gone. So I'm taking that into the budget, and I'm taking this right here into the budget too. In 2009, the personal tax rates was 4.8%. I know I've said this before, but I'd really like to go over this again on account of Continental going under and the massive co-severance. You see on TV every day, Pikeville, what, $6 million, the deficit. Every county's having it hard on co-severance. From 2009, the taxes went from 4.8% to 8.7%. Whether they took the compensating rate or what, that's it. So it raised 81% on your property taxes. The personal taxes, which is there's two different types of personal taxes. Both of them is set the same. One is your tangible personal, one is your inventories, or your merchant's inventory, I'm sorry. Both of them is set the same. Basically, that's your business taxes. In '09, they was 4.45%. In '15, they went up to 16.25%. They have went up 265%. Businesses is having a hard time right now in this county, and I feel that businesses, I've had multiple businesses come up to me and tell me, please don't raise taxes, and if any way, lower taxes. They're struggling hard right now. I feel we're keeping businesses from coming in this county, and we're making it hard on the ones that can survive, and some businesses are having to shut down. The tax rates is just too high. So I can promise you right now, I will never vote for what the tax rate is right now. That is the 15 rate, the 8.7 and 16.25. We haven't set the 16 rate yet. I think we'll be setting them here shortly, a few months maybe. Other than doing this right here, I'm really looking into this, and this is something I'd really like to do. If we go to a flat tax, everybody would be taxed the same. Property tax owner, I'm just saying whatever that number comes to, it would be, I'm just saying, say if it's 8%, 10%, whatever the case may be, that would be across the board. I would like to set a flat tax rate and never raise that tax. And possibly in the future, depends on how much money we have to borrow or bond, lower taxes. Now I have been informed on the flat tax. I've checked on the motor vehicle and watercraft. It's set at 2.57 right now. It has never changed since '09. It stayed the same. It's my information. I think I was informed back in 1983 or something. All taxing districts in the county, which I'm assuming in the state also, was you had to, then and there, you had to set the vehicle tax. Whatever reason behind that, I really don't know. Now, you can do away with that tax, or you can lower that tax, but whatever you set that tax at during that time is where it stays at. You can never raise that. I went through 120 counties of paperwork looking, and 3 or 4 meetings ago, I apologize. I thought we could do that, and I looked into it, and it's my understanding some libraries did change it, but they just overlooked it and they let them get by with it, because a lot of libraries is going to a flat tax. It's my understanding the library, they're encouraging library boards to go to a flat tax, because the taxes is just getting out of control on everybody. So having said that, we can't do a flat tax all the way across the board, but we could do a flat tax on everything else besides the motor vehicle and watercraft. That's something I'd really like to do. That would bring business tax from 16.25% down to, you know, if you did a flat tax at 10% or whatever the case may be. If we could have done the motor vehicle and watercraft, I was wanting to do a flat tax of 8%, which would have been the same as the health department, and we would have had to raise the vehicle tax, but it would have, everything would have made out really good on it would have made up the difference on everything else. But I just want to tell the taxpayers that's what I'm looking into, and anybody, I want everybody to know in the county they're welcome to come to a meeting and express any concern they got. Anybody's welcome. I know in a lot of these special COB meetings, and there are going to be a lot of special COB by code or law, whatever, you ain't supposed to let the public talk. So far, I've let the public talk, and I have no problem with that. I don't think it's illegal. It can't be, because everybody's done it so far. I have no problem with that. So anybody's welcome. Anybody's welcome to come and ask anything they want to. Currently, this is really important. Out of there's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 7 counties altogether. 6 that surrounds McGoffin County. A lot of people has been telling me, well, you can't do that because the other counties take in more. They've got more. I understand that, but for this county to bring in any businesses or to keep people here or from moving away, we've got to compete with our sister counties. Right now, Floyd County comes in at number 1 on their library taxes. This is the average rate on everything they come to, is 6.5%. Johnson County comes in at number 2 at 9.0%. Wolfe County comes in at number 3 at 9.4%. McGoffin comes in at number 4 at 10.9%. I'm wanting to take us from number 4 to number 2. I want to adjust these tax rates right off the bat and get down to an average tax of 8.9%. That will put us beating Johnson County by 0.1%. Now this is on an average. And we'll be at number 2. And currently I have figured every other taxing district in McGoffin County, and as of right now, no other taxing district is at number 2. Everybody is at number 3 or above. I had a paper showing everybody, if I can get this right here. Okay, right here it is. The soil conservation comes in at number 3. This is out of all the surrounding counties, including us, makes 7. The soil conservation comes in at number 3. The health department comes in at number 6. Of course, the library, we come in at number 4. The extension services come in at number 5. The general school taxes comes in at number 4. And the general taxes, which is the county taxes, come in at number 7. This right here, I know it ain't county taxes, but it was all on the information that I received on all the 120 counties. I'm really impressed in this right here. The city taxes, they're at number 2. Campton is at number 1 at 13.4%, and the mayor, Pete Shepherd, has got Salyersville coming in at number 2 at 15.9%. So that was very interesting, and I'm impressed with that. So the city people they're in good shape. But anyway, like I said, as far as me voting, in 6 years, property taxes went up 81%, business taxes 265%. If anybody else's pay scale has went up that much, I'd invite them to come to the next meeting and let me know. This has got to stop. As far as I'm concerned, it stops here. We're going to build a nice library. We're going to build a real nice library if I have anything to do with it. We're going to build what we can afford, though. People's coming over here every day and buying up delinquent taxes. I can speak for myself. I'm doing pretty good. I ain't no hard position right now as far as money. A lot of people are. I've had a lot of people stop at my house, and I mean, a lot of people, they can't hardly put food on their children's table right now. That bothers me. So I'm for building something really nice, but I want to build what we can afford, and really help the poor people in this county. And by the way, I can't remember everything to mention, but we are still, I left it at home, I apologize, I had the rate, but we are still currently #1 in the state in unemployment, by far. And I don't see that changing for a while. So, I'm trying not to get aggravated and stay on this board. I ain't gonna lie to you, I've thought about coming off. But I was supposed to left this Monday, probably on a once in a lifetime vacation. And I canceled that to stay here to try to get this done, to try to get a shovel-ready plan done before July the 1st for the taxpayers of Magoffin County. In order to make this happen, I need the help of everybody to make this happen. As of now, I'm still dedicated. I canceled my vacation to be here today. And to be here before July the 1st, we have to have a shovel-ready plan before July the 1st. So here we are stuck with getting another architect. There's a lot to get done. I don't know. I'm trying to think of anything else I'd like to tell the public other than anybody's encouraged to come, and I do want everybody to know this. If I'd had it done over, I'd have never come on this board, and before I made a decision, the friends that I have lost, even though in my heart I made the right decisions, based on what I got through into, yes, I would have come off. It wasn't worth losing friends over this. It really bothered me, and I'm sorry to the taxpayers of Magoffin County that all this money has been wasted. I want them to know it wasn't on me. I had nothing to do with none of this money that has been wasted so far. I want them to know that. So, having said that, I just wanted to give this statement to let all the taxpayers sort of know what went on with the architect. I've had multiple people, a lot of people didn't realize what went on. We're going to try to get that money back. Nothing's guaranteed. And then again, the taxpayers is going to have to pay a lawyer to do that. The other board never did have a lawyer. We've had a lawyer. It's the best fee that the taxpayers can pay, I think. You need a lawyer. But then again, having said that, a lawyer's fee to come to meetings, you got to figure that coming off your budget every year. So that's something else we've got to figure in.
Do you think the county attorney would be able to represent you in this against the architect and maybe not have to pay that money out? Since it'd be out of the county, he'd be representing, you know.
Yes, the architect is going to, our lawyer is going to work on that to try to get her money. He's the one that's going to do that. So, I think, don't quote me on this, but I think we've got so many days. I forgot what the number of the days was. I think it's 7 maybe for our lawyer to, like mediate, to try to work out and get the money back or get a deal, you know what I'm saying? And then after that, if no agreement can come to, then yes, we will have to file a suit against them, and my understanding it will be here in Magoffin County. So then again, we're gonna fight to get the money back, but the only thing about it, there's nothing guaranteed. Who knows what may happen? But we are gonna try to fight and get the money back. And Doug or Heather, if you all got any questions, I'm willing to answer anything right here, for anybody. I just want the public to be aware that I personally had nothing to do with this. I had nothing to do with hiring the architect. I had nothing to do with signing that contract with him. I had nothing to do with setting up the escrow account. I'm not pointing no fingers. I'm not mentioning no names. I ain't gonna do that, but that was not on me. I want the taxpayers to know that. We made the best decision to not pay this guy again. I mean, there's no way we could pay him again. I wouldn't want to do it. Basically, to me, he was double dipping. And that's a shame, because it's, we're gonna have to rethink our budget now. That's $150,000 gone. We can't plan on that $150,000. I hope and pray we get every bit of it back. But it's hard to plan on that. We may not get a penny back. And then again, you know, we've got to pay our lawyer to try to get it back. So, if you got any more questions, I'm willing to answer anything you got.
On a timetable, how has firing the architect affected getting shovel ready?
That part hasn't affected anything. Right now we have put an ad in the paper. I think it went in the paper
You did.
yesterday, was it? And by law, we had to put it in the paper for
7 days.
7 days. So after 7 days, as of right now, we're gonna have a meeting next Thursday. And we will have, hopefully, we'll plan on hiring another architect that day, or see who turns in interested in it or whatever, and let our lawyer look over the contract before we sign it. And it will be thoroughly, I'm going to thoroughly look at the architect, and I'm going to make all this straight about having a good relationship throughout this whole ordeal. What time I've been on this board with Murphy, Grace, and Trimble, there has been no relationship with the architect. He's just, you can't deal with people that just smarts off. I mean, people knows what I mean by that. I want a good working relationship. And also, when we hire the architect, yes, it will be made clear. We've got to have a shovel-ready plan before July the 1st, and it will be made clear, can you make this happen? And my understanding from talking to Codell and everybody, yes, we can make this happen. I think we're going to try to use the biggest part of the old blueprints that we can. I think that's really going to kickstart everything. So yes, I'm willing to sacrifice everything and be here to have a special meeting every day if it takes it. As of right now, I'm committed, and I'm going to make that clear with the architect before we hire him. But yes, it is my understanding we can have a shovel-ready plan before July the 1st. We may have to lower the budget a little bit, and like I said, on the square feet, we're going to have to discuss that right there. It's no problem. I mean, we brought it down from a 15 square feet to a 10,000 square feet. Now, the reason we did that, I know in the meeting, I don't know, half a dozen meetings ago, whenever it was, when a big crowd was in here, I personally, it was mentioned we was wanting to do a 8,000. Okay, here's the reason we went with a 10,000. Number one, supposedly the cost wasn't going to be a whole lot more than an 8,000. Number two, the KDL recommended us to build a 10,000 square foot library. Reason being, they've got all these codes and this and that and regulations, and they wanted to, they go off the number of people in the county. And per capita, the people that we got living here, they recommended a 10,000 square feet. Okay? That's the reason we did that. Now, having said that, we do not, it's my understanding, we do not have to build a 10,000. That is why you could build a 15,000 or 5,000 or whatever the case may be. So that is the deal. That is the deal on that. That is the reason we did go to 10 million. Or I mean, not 10 million, 10,000. That could change now, and it may very well change. But like I said, I do want every taxpayer to know, the architect was trying to say we was changing everything, taking away from the church look. Yeah, we were changing everything. Basically, all we did was take 1/3, which was 5,000 foot off the back of the library to build something that we could afford. And we was keeping the same footprint on everything. But yet he was wanting to be paid like doing everything from scratch. So that is the deal on that right there.
Do you have you ever come up arrived yet at an absolute maximum that you will spend and no more than?
We're working on that right now. I'm not going to lie to you. Honestly, it's hard. It's hard to come to that decision right now because we don't know exactly what we're going to get out of the coal severance this year. I do know this is the last big year on coal severance. I have heard, this ain't nothing in stone, I have heard that we're going to get roughly, possibly or hopefully, between $500,000 maybe $700,000. Between now and July the 1st, I'm going to try to do whatever it takes, if I can do it. I don't know if I can, to get an exact amount from Frankfurt what we will get. And if they can't give me an exact amount, give me the best logical guess that they can, so we can figure that in the budget. Now, having said that, where that falls in, if people wants to know, well, how can you determine what square foot you're going to build? This is the deal right there. All of that comes in once you get the plan together. All that different money comes in. I'm just saying, like if you want to put a certain type of stone, or if you want to put a certain, you know, what's this called, Kentucky limestone or whatever, all of that will come into play right there. But Doug, to answer your question, I personally would like to set it at $2.5 million. That is the first thing I'm going to put on the agenda for next Thursday. I personally would like to set it at $2.5 million. Now that could change, you know, if we can find out. That can all change. And this was as of July the 6th. As of July the 6th, I went to the bank, and we have, I'm just going to round this off, $1,175,000 in I take that back. We have one in our checking and our savings total. The taxpayers have $1,175,000. That's what we got. As of right now, we've got $325,000 of coal severance that we can pull down once we start building the building. So that would put us up to right at, rounding it off, $1.5 million. So if we built a $2.5 million, we would just have to bond for $1 million. Now to me that's a lot. I know that's a lot to everybody, but really that ain't a whole lot when you go to building these commercial buildings. And God forbid if we can get $500,000 or $700,000 more cost severance, then we wouldn't. I mean, you know, we're looking at building something that will almost be paid for. That is what I would really like to do. Now, I'm just one vote. Other board members may have different ideas. They may want to set the budget higher. I'm going to request that the bonding person be here. I am a true believer on whatever we build right now. You know, we need to build what we want because it's a one-time thing. I don't want to be too conservative. I mean, I do want to build a really nice library, okay? I don't want to be too conservative. But that's one reason I'm wanting to find out about this cost severance before July the 1st. Now, having said that, when we come on board, they was originally going to build a roughly $4.2 million library. There was no way we can afford that. I ain't gonna lie to you. Maybe the county, maybe we could have. You'd have had to double or triple taxes. Okay? That's why we've cut the budget. We've took it down from 4.2. So, you know, even if we take it to 3.2, that's we've cut it $1 million. You know, but I'm looking like a $2.5 million is what I would like to build. Now all the board will have to work together. The biggest bang for the buck may be a $2.8 million library. I'm willing to do that if the bonder can say, hey, we can do this right here, and you never have to lower taxes, raise taxes. That's negotiable, but I will tell you this right here. Jim Codell did tell me that, he said, Brent, he said, we can build you a really nice library for $2.5 million. So, having him told me that, that's sort of why I'm at the $2.5 million. Now, if the other board members are in agreement, you know, to make the library look a lot better, we're planning on we want to have a stairway or a balcony on top and on the side facing the park and on the side facing the Dixie Bridge Road, you know. We can't put a balcony on the front side by the town road because we'd have to scoot the whole building over. But I really like the balcony, and I think the taxpayers would, the children would, and so if we got to up it a little bit, well, we're going to see if we can do that for $2.5 million. I am. Now, if we got to up it a little bit, you know, if we're going to get all this cost severance, I'm good with that. I just want to make it clear that we'll build whatever without raising taxes. That's my main concern. I would rather, how nice would it be to build something that almost paid for? Now, if we got to pay for it for a few more years without raising taxes, to spend a little bit more money to make it nicer, I'm game for that. Personally, I would like to put more money into having more children's programs for the library and utilize it and let the taxpayers utilize it more like that. But anyway, that's where we are there. And, I guess there's a lot more I could tell you, but I can't remember everything. If you all got any more, or, you're all, please come to every meeting. You're welcome to speak to your piece. I don't care if it's special or not. You're welcome to come. But the main thing of this, I just wanted the people of McGoffin County to know that I'll never raise taxes, and I wanted to explain the deal on the architect. That was the main thing. I had nothing to do with that. So I don't want people to say, well, Brett Packard, cost us $150,000. That was not on me. I had nothing to do with that. That was done before I come on the board. So, if you got anything else, I'm willing to take you, and if not, thank you for your time of coming here. And please put this on the TV and get this out to the public. On account, a lot of people is misguided on this architect deal. So if you all would do that for me, I'd really appreciate that, even if you can't show everything. If you do that, I appreciate it. Other than that, I guess that'll be it.